Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to have an interactive session. Interactive session with you. I repeat, an interactive session with you. Okay, so you all are part of ACC. So first of all, I need to ask you a question. Do you know the course content? Do you know the course content of ACC? Do you know the course content of ACC? See, already you are part of ACC, and if someone asks you about ACC, you need to explain that, right? So what's course content of ACC? Which are the different levels of exam? Sorry? How many levels? How many levels? Alright, we are having 3 levels of exam and results. Anyone? Anyone? Come on, help me. It's an interactive session. 3 levels of exam. And how many papers in total? 13 papers. And out of which, how many of those will be you need to perform? 4, right? So, even though you are only doing the last 4 papers, you must know about the other papers too, right? So we are having 3 levels of exam. The applied knowledge level, the applied skills level, and strategic professional level. So in applied knowledge level, you are having 3 papers. And in applied skills level, you are having 5 papers. And finally, in strategic professional level, you are having 4, 5, 6, how many? 5. Alright. Actually, we are having 6 papers, and out of those, it's only mandatory to write 4 papers. Which means the first 2 papers are the mandatory papers, and the last 4 are optional papers, and only need to write 2 out of those 4 papers. Alright? So, these are the mandatory papers. P1, okay, fine. Then, P7. Alright, then where is P2, P3, P4, P5? See, right after completing your current course, you need to join ACC, and you will be performing complete ACC. You will be completely the part of ACC. So you must know about the strategic professional level too. So we tell papers. Have you heard about SBL, SBR? Alright. Then have you ever heard about P1, P2, P3, all those things? Okay, fine. Then the P1 and the P3 papers are merged together, and this paper is known as the Strategy Business Leader or SBL. Okay. Strategy Business Leader. Alright. So the strategic business leader is a paper whereby you will get the real life scenario based questions, and you can write down all the things by using the theoretical parts which are being explained in the ACC manuals. See, by performing the strategic business leader paper, you will be able to achieve the professional, ethical and technical knowledge in order to break down the real life scenarios. Okay, so that's something called SBL. And the very next paper, the mandatory paper, is P2, and it has been replaced by the SBR, Strategic Business Reporting paper. Have you heard about that? Have you ever heard about P2, the corporate reporting? Yes or no? Alright, so what was P2? What was P2? It's exactly, it's corporate reporting. And what do you study in corporate reporting? Be free. Well, let me explain. As I have mentioned earlier in the introduction, I will tutor and I will ask you questions, and please let me know what is corporate reporting. Anyone, what is corporate reporting? And what we learn in corporate reporting? Is that an auditing paper or an accounting paper? Well, our old corporate reporting was an accounting paper, and in that paper, basically, we used to study about almost all the accounting standards, international accounting standards and international financial reporting standards. But the present new paper, the SBR, Strategic Business Reporting, is an updation which is being made to the corporate reporting paper. And by completing this paper, rather than just knowing the accounting standards and international financial reporting standards, you will also be able to talk about the language of business. You will be able to speak about each and every transaction with stakeholders. That is the benefit that you will get or you will achieve after completing the paper, SBR, Strategic Business Reporting. So these are the two mandatory papers. Which are those? SBL and SBR, Strategic Business Leader and Strategic Business Reporting. And we have 4 optional papers. So these are the papers that we are going to specialize. So which are those papers? Alright, there is P7. Okay, and which was that paper? Alright, the optional papers are P4, P5, P6 and P7. And the P4 is Advanced Performance Management. And the P4 is Advanced Financial Management, P5 is Advanced Performance Management, P6 is Advanced Taxation, and P7 is Advanced Audit and Assurance. So these are the 4 papers. Which are those? Advanced Financial Management, then Advanced Performance Management, Advanced Taxation and Advanced Audit and Assurance. Okay, so these are the total 6 papers of ACCA professional level. Okay, so which are those papers? Which are those papers? 2 mandatory papers and 4 optional papers. SBL, SBR, Advanced Financial Management, Advanced Performance Management, Advanced Taxation and Advanced Audit and Assurance. Alright? Okay. So these are the papers that you need to complete in order to become an ACCA affiliate. Alright? So these are not the only requirement. However, you need to complete on another 20-hour module, and that is something called Ethics and Professional Skills module. Have you heard about that? So you joined ACCA and you have never heard about all those things. Whenever you get time, just go through our website, ACCA Global. Okay? So you will find all these details of it. So Ethics and Professional Skills module is a 20-hour module. And this contains 5 separate sections, and each of the sessions can be completed according to your preference. Okay, according to your preference, you can complete each and every session. And after completing these modules, you will have an examination round. Actually, it's not an examination; it's an interactive question-based round. So once after completing that, you will be awarded with a particular certificate. Okay, so this is something called Ethics and Professional Skills module. All right. So these are the 2 new updations that are being made in ACCA. Which means we have changed our mandatory papers as SBL and SBR, and we have also introduced the Ethics and Professional Skills module. Alright? So, after completing all these things, you will be also completely part of ACCA. Well, talking about my journey to ACCA, I joined ACCA as a student by the end of December 2015. And roughly, I believe around 3 months, I spent on the first 4 papers. Completed the first 4 papers by 2016 March, and by the end of December 2016 completed the applied skills level and started the strategic professional level by the beginning of March 2017 and completed it by 2018 March. And directly I become an ACCA affiliate. And in between this time, I joined an approved learning partner as a tutor for papers, corporate and business law, that is of F4, and accountant in business, which is F1, auditing and assurance, that is F8, and P7, that advanced auditing and assurance. These are the papers which I am dealing with. And right after 2 months from there, I joined Ernst & Young, it's a Big Four company. I joined Ernst & Young in the Department of Audit and Assurance, and resigned from there by April of this year. Okay, and currently I'm continuing as a business consultant, then providing audit support services to various firms, and also I'm still continuing as a tutor, which is my passion. So this is my journey towards ACC. Which means roughly it took about 2 years to complete. However, when it comes to you, you have got more than opportunities. You have got a numerous amount of opportunities because it's already necessary to write the strategic professional level that you can complete in a period of 1 year, right? So, may I ask you a question? As I told you, we have exams, we have ethics and professional skills module. So, right after completing these modules, can we be a member of ACCA? Can we be the member of this global professional body? Yes or no? Then, what are the requirements? We have practical experience requirements. We have 20 performance objectives. So, do you know about that? Do you know about that? Alright, so after completing these 13 papers, you have to complete 3 years of work experience. Okay, you have to complete 3 years of work experience. Then you have to attend the practical experience objectives, which is 20 objectives. Out of those, you have to complete 9 objectives. And you must also complete the ethics and professional skills module. And once after completing all these things, you will also be a member of the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants. Alright? Of the global. So do you have any doubts or concerns regarding this? Any doubts? Any doubts regarding the course content? Any doubts regarding any particular paper? Anything? About anything? Please.
The online tutor, did you use online websites?
For learning. Yeah, there are numerous amount of options available. Sorry?
Did you use any of them?
No. Actually, I went to the classes here. Then, any other doubts other than that? Any doubts? Any doubts? I've told you many times it's an interactive session.
Bit louder.
Well, there's a question that you are already getting an exemption of 9 papers. Whether it's an advantage or it's a disadvantage. That's a question which is being raised. So is that an advantage or a disadvantage? Is that an advantage or a disadvantage? Advantage or a disadvantage? How many of you tell it's an advantage? So why do you feel it as a disadvantage? Well, you are having a lot of advantage of doing that because already you are being part of the degree program. You are already achieving a degree from a reputed college, right? And you are getting a degree from a reputed university. So of course it's an advantage. And you are also getting exemption for the first 9 papers of ACCA, right? So even though you are not having the base subjects or you are not dealing with the base subjects, of course you will get all those contents directly from the papers in the strategic professional level. Because in ACCAs, each and every paper, basically even in the textbook content itself, we used to refer all base topics. So you will never miss a particular base topic. Okay, so it can never be considered as a disadvantage. Of course, you are getting a lot of advantage of doing this convergence course. Alright? So any other doubts? Any other doubts? See, even if you are not doing a convergence course, you will not get the practical experience. Because in ACCA, we are going through all the theoretical papers, or we are going through the theories. And ACCA have already kept a requirement, right? We have to complete 3 years of practical experience requirement. This means we have to join on outside firm then. Okay, so even if you're doing ACCA individually, then also you must do the 3 years of practical experience requirements. So basically, you are having a numerous amount of opportunities in almost all the major companies. Almost all the major companies. Even in order to complete the ACCA's practical experience requirements, the very last one, even RBI from Cochin have even called us. Okay, so even we are having openings in RBI. Any other doubts? Any other doubts?
What is the importance of F9?
Alright, F9 is financial management and P4 is advanced financial management. So in F9 we used to study almost all the base contents of P4. However, in order to complete P4, you will get the base contents from the P4 textbook itself. Okay. Then, any other doubts? Any other doubts? Fine. So alright guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having this. Thank you.